Hello, and welcome to another stream where I try to perform better than... Well, it's not going to be any better today. Hopefully, I've been doing some practice laps, and I just hope it's some sort of saving grace from me going off track at Mosport in Canadian Mosport. Without any further ado, let's just jump in to practice. Drive. Recenter. Drive. Practice. Okay. Let's get some practice laps practice laps down, and then it's race time. Game volume medium. Yeah, it's been an interesting day today. I've been spent a bit of time refitting my base transducers to the seat, and I've learned something in that experience. Particularly how these base transducers love to transfer as much of the sensations through to the seat. But in order to test that theory, or only to change a bunch of things. So the aim of today's race or the aim of this practice session is to do as many laps without going off track, particularly here in this section. Get some good times in. Whoo-wee. It's been a tiring day. I feel a bit tired. I was very close to not streaming today, but I really wanted to feel what the adjusting my base, the rear base would feel like. Looks like it's back to the drawing board. Box. Yes. Practice. Box. Practice. I'm getting better at taking off. Without... Oh, not again! God damn it, what? No, I don't care. It's pain. It's like annoying. It didn't even... Oh no! Box. Oh my god. Practice. This is the opposite of what I'm setting out to achieve. This guy seems like he knows his way around. Stick behind him, I guess. Follow his line. Jam onto the left. Tap the brake, bring the front in. Oh, crap it! Box. Yes. Hey Honda, how you doing, dude? Oh. How high? How the heck are you, dude? Oh, good. Thought I was going to get another black flag for speeding. Box. Yes. Things. Maybe, oh shit, maybe what I need to do is a couple of clean, not so fast laps. Warm up the tires. How's your bubs, man? It's great. Nice. Are you guys on lockdown? All right. How are you guys keeping sane while you're all stuck at home? I mean, you can go out, right? But just for essential stuff, like for shopping and little things like that. Just not catching up with friends and that kind of stuff. One hour? Wow, you've got a different kind of lockdown than us. So you're not are you working? Obviously you're not working at the moment. Whoa! Jeez! Shut till June. Yeah, it's a long holiday. Hey, oh! Have you been doing any racing at all? Did you say? You said you were racing in this track? On this track? Next race begins in 5 minutes. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Hey, look, you know what? I'll be more ready than I was last time. I just have to make sure I drive about 80% of my... Alright, so brake, turn, power out. Brake, turn, power out. Yeah, where did I do this race? Remember I raced here before? Where was that? It was in the... Was it the old cars? Which car? Do you remember which cars we were driving? It was the old cars, wasn't it? I can't remember now. Was it Crossbow? Oh. Yes, Smoke and Fred, I am. It's coming in. It's starting in 5 minutes, Smoke and Fred. How you doing? You got the fastest lap. Oh no. I wouldn't watch my stream, Smoke and Fred. It'll only make it worse. I won't lie. My stream will give you a headache. You think you have a headache now? You should seriously stop watching and listening, because you might reach for the gun and shoot yourself. I have a headache myself, so that's my excuse for my forthcoming performance. Damn! Alright, well then... in that case, just anything else would be a slow death, I suppose. Okay, brake, turn, power. I think I got it. How have you been, Smoking Fred? Keeping your nose clean? You know what? I think it might have been the classic cars. Honda. Or it could be, it's either the crossbows or the classic cars. Dirt Rally 2. No wonder you got a headache. Do you have VR? Smoking Fred? Oh, what's your new monitor? .49" Damn. Yes, so that's the old Aussie cars. Aussie muscle cars. Is that the curved one, Smoking Fred? See, I can't remember this track in AC. At least it looks, maybe it's because it looks different. Does it help with, how do you compare it with Smoking Fred? How do you compare it with your VR in terms of field of view and latency? Field of view, latency, and refresh rate. Alright, let's just get out and practice. I mean, qualify. Jump on the qualify server. Damn, I forgot to bring a drink like last time. That's fantastic. I am? Which ones? Two 16:9 monitors side by side. Okay, so it's not it's not coming around your... It's not 180 basically. It's probably 90 degrees. Two 16:9s side by side. Yeah, it'll be about just over 90 degrees, maybe 100 degrees. So where am I taking the wide? Honda Conda. I've been doing some hacking into my seat. Oh, you can't even see it. Ugh. Face. Practice. Oh my god, so dark in this server. Honda Rebel Bull says, you mean Discord? Yeah, I can jump on Discord. Let me jump on Discord. I'm online, yeah. This is iRacing Online. Well, the field of view resolution is 3000... 3840 by 1080. Ah, okay. So basically two 1080 monitors side by side. So it's basically one clean view with no bezels and probably a lot of frames, right? Qualify. Look how dark it is in here, in the server, on the server. I'm just going to use this as a practice session. I won't be setting any miraculous lap times. Yeah, it's very dark. Cloud looks like it's about to storm. I've just paid for the whole year, Honda. That way I don't have to worry about monthly payments. Yeah, I just paid for the whole year when I had some special on. Just worked out a lot cheaper doing it that way. $5 for 3 months. Yeah, what happens when that ends? Then you got to pay month by month again. Yeah, see? I'll be playing this all year. That was my plan, so... Ah! No! God damn it. Loss of control. That was a stupid mistake. I went too far out to the left. all allowed to do something. Damn, 40 items of content. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. 40 items. That includes cars, 40 tracks and cars, right? That there's about easily... Oh, wow. That's what, like $600 worth of investment there. Well, not investment. Well, you could say it's investment. I mean, it's not yours per se. But you spent money, you put money into it to get something out. What's my position? My position. Wow. 2008, yeah. That's insane, man. I still, you know what? I have two accounts. I have one account that's this one, which I started last year. And I have another account, which is the original one, Peter Reginald, without the 2, which I started in 2008 or 9. I wish I could merge them together. Bring it back to the pits. Wow, listen to that purring engine. Nah, it's not a good time to start thinking about spending money, if especially if you're not working, you know, with normal pay, or not working with normal pay, if that makes sense. That's why I paid for it, in a year's advance, because I didn't want to have the what do you call it? I just wanted to have the whole year paid for and didn't have to think about it. Rookie races are free content. You just need to sub to it. Feels like war. God. I think World War III would not be... it just wouldn't be like this, man. Hi, Buja. Let's do this. Grid. Alright. Race. Race. Just a matter of waiting for the countdown and... Better start the car. How are you, Buja?
Good luck, guys.
What's new with you, Buja? Buja. Booyah. Hey, wait, is your name Buja or Booyah? It's It's Booyah. Buja, right? Or Booyah? I've been calling you Booyah all this time. Buja all this time. Bowie, but I mean, how do you pronounce that? Boeia. Boya. Boeia? Is it Boeia or Boeja? Boeja. 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 I'm probably... It's so dark. So cloudy. Oh, I already said it right? Buja. Boeja. Buja. Boja. Buja. Okay. 10 seconds to go. I'm a bit nervous. My stomach. Oh shit, what the why?
Sorry about the hard braking there.
Holy shit. Why do people do that? Like hard braking? Is it like warming up the bloody the brakes? Is that a thing? Are they? I've seen that happen. I've almost had accidents because of that during pit formation lap. People just slam the brake and there's no one in front. Yeah, well, this is...
Good luck, everyone.
It's not like a... It's not like a real IRL where brakes... What the hell? Maybe he's got a really sensitive brake pedal. Feels really like it's about to rain in this server. I like it. I kind of like this ambience, atmosphere. What? Whew. Alright, I've got a nice little gap in front and behind me. I like this.
Timo, what are you doing?
VRS. Isn't it? I think it's VRS. Yeah, not IMSA. It's a very... I used to get caught up in that corner a lot. Oh, my lines are shit. Pretty close racing over there, up ahead. My position. P16. Alright, I need at least position 15 to be neutral in my... GT3 and GTE. So GT, yeah, just GTs. Gap to driver ahead. 4.0 seconds. Why the Mercedes? It's just the car that I like the sound of, and I was driving the Ferrari so what happened was I started driving the Ferrari 488 GTE, and I found that I was losing way too much points because there are a lot more advanced drivers driving the GTE. So then I tried driving this. I could try the McLaren. I haven't got it, so I could buy it and just try it. My position. P14. Wow, that's better than 15. Yeah, McLaren is my SE favorite, but we'll see how we'll go with this one. You bought the F1. Nice. For 20% off. No doubt. This guy's going to give me my... Whoa! Car is on its roof. my position.
Mayfield, how are you so deep into that corner?
Well, there you go. I know I could be faster doing all these things, corners a bit better, but oh, I thought I was going to go over the grass then. Shit, that was close. We've got some cars coming up ahead. I wonder if they're GTE cars. Yo, Dan. How you doing, buddy? Oh, boosted media stream. What was that? Gojo Maru. Hello. Welcome to the stream, buddy. All the way from Japan. How are you, man? Yeah, you got me. Good timing. What was the boosted media stream about, Dan? can actually feel some of these bumps on the road through the bass transducers. Taking part in the online ACC. Okay. Rough night. Relative. Yeah, I have many butt kickers at the moment. That's alright. Ah. Whoa. Ah. That's cool. You're welcome. Yeah, I've got a few base transducers set up. Oh no. ACC. Yeah, Assetto Corsa is great for if you love drifting in Toge. Assetto Corsa is amazing. Have you Gojumaru? Have you got Shatuko Revival Project? Shatuko Revival Project. It's an amazing mod. Oh! Oh my god! That was close. You can overtake inside, man, on the left-hand side. Oh my god, that was so close. Yeah, these guys are way faster than me. I'm not going to hold them up. Try and compete with them. So were the issues related to hardware or just bugs in the game? Dan? And it only happened to one person, right? Practice drifting. So you're practicing with controller, is that right, Gojumaru? Ah, I see. Damn, poor guy. What the hell? How does... How does Buja have this car? And Smoking Fred can't find it. Slow. Relative. Sasha's got a faster exit than me, I think. Oh shit! No! I knew exactly what happened then too. Meatball. Damn, the same thing happened last time. You've got 4080, don't you? You're in love with the cars and Assetto Corsa. Okay, I found it. Actually, I have it. 40% more, less horsepower than... At the moment, I can't run any post-processing and keep it. Oh. What's it like with 40 frames? Crap it. Oh, that looks sick. It felt choppy. That's the thing, unless, I think you need a really powerful computer. These guys
Thank you, Michael.
battling? God damn. Whoa. Ah, your CPU. Yeah, it's just, you just need a pretty decent computer to run that. 11 minutes. Jeez, man. 11 minutes? I hate that. Ah, the sun is out. My car is this. This is my car. A little damaged. So is it because you need a fast single core speed? Is it single core speed that you need? Dan? Oh, look at the car. Look at the. Oh no! Jeez, that's interesting. How it's damaged like that. Actually, I should, while I'm here, pit. Do I have to turn the car? I should add some fuel and replace some tires while I'm at it. Yes, it's so dumb. I know exactly. I just braked and I was too far out. I just braked late. That's what it was. How do you hide this interface? Is there a way to hide this? Ah, spacebar. Thank you. That's better. Oh no, he's off. Saves it. Yeah, well, that's a good point. There must be a lot of drones flying around here. Look at this car. Look at the... Oh. Yeah, man. Look at this yellow car. With the 2 sunroofs. Looks like something from The Simpsons. Oh, what the... Yeah. Nice. A bit damaged there. is close. That's alright, dude. This car is really fast. What's the Gorilla car mods? What kind of car is it? Haha, nice. Enjoy, Goju. Oh. Gorilla. I've never heard of that mod. Okay. Off to the pits. That BMW looks, it seems pretty glued to the ground. Four more minutes to go. Thanks, Boja. Sharing the goodies. Oh, look at this car's paint job. Wow, look at the engine. It's just, is there meant to be glass on that? Or it's always open like that? Doesn't look like it's supposed to be like that. Pit stop. It's not meant to be like that, is it? That's alright, man. Don't be sorry. It's all good. Yeah. It's another 2 more minutes, I think, or 1 more minute? 2 more minutes. Alt G. Wait. Pit stop adjustment. What the hell? Oh, there's a chase going on here. Oh no! Uh-oh. What the hell? People are quitting.
Can you host this is story about Twitch features.
Okay, 50 seconds. What's my position? $19. I might actually... The last time I did this with, took off without the optional repairs done, I had some issue with balancing the car. It just didn't feel right. I'll go when this guy goes. I reckon... Wait, he's probably very damaged. I'm gonna wait a little bit for what it's worth. I'll go at 2 minutes. What the? Okay. What? No. Okay. It's decided I'm gonna do the optional. Optional. Oh, this is the actual pit stop. Oh no, my freaking... It doesn't feel good. It pulls to the right. Yeah, my wheel is pulling. This is why I wanted to pit a bit earlier, longer, but...
Thank you, Michael.
Oh, this is hard. This is hard to drive. I need to adjust my hand. Jesus. Crazy overtaking. Where did that guy go? Wasn't there someone else in front of me? Many categories. Yes, there's GT, like this. There's Mazda MX-5. And then there's off-road. There's oval racing, like Daytona. There's indie style racing. Open wheelers. There's Skip Barber, which is like a little open wheeler car. There's there's lots of cars. It's really good. Dirt racing, rallycross. Rallycross, yeah. Sometimes this game can be compared to Wreckfest, yes. How's your headache, Smoking Fred? You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Feels so good. Blue flags. I have text to voice, yeah. I just have to finish this race in one piece. No. I can distract myself. I don't need other people to just to distract me. Oh, only 3 incidents. What the hell? That's fantastic. I might actually make some iRacing points here. Safety rating, I mean. Do you have any friends who have VR? Gojumaru? You should try it. Oh yeah. Why is there supply problems right now with VR, or probably yeah?
Good win, Andrea.
Oh man.
Good race, guys.
Great job, guys.
All right, next is BMW. Jack Banana? No. Ah, Jack Banana. Focus iRacing. Yeah, I remember that. I remember Paris. That was one of the best looking games like for that time. Remember whenever there was an accident out in the distance, you could just see bits of things, bits of pixels just flying out into the air. What about Need for Speed? No, not Need for Speed. NASCAR, also by Paparis. Levi Racing. Yes. Yeah, keyboard. I know, right? NASCAR was after Indy. Oh, yes, you're right. That means yes, I was playing that at home. Yeah, I remember the sound effects was all ad lib and PC speaker, the little speaker. And what about before that? Was stunt car racer? Curmudgeon. Where is some D class? It is 9. It's 10 p.m. here. Where? Hey, what happened to? Hang on a second. I'm missing something. Where is the BMW M8? Huh? Ah, there it is. Ooh. Yeah, Micro Pros. Yeah, so I could do a race here. Silverstone. What are you up to, Dan? You gonna do a race here as well? $10:30. That's it. You gonna join us or what? Only 2 hours. Yeah. Nah. Am I registered? Alright. We'll do some practice here and then do a race. 2 hours from now is maint. Join. Clear all. Join. Still getting baseline numbers when I miss. Oh, okay. Dan is tweaking. This fan? Yeah. I want to actually make it... I want to get a couple of fans so it actually feels like in a normal street car, you know, you've got the fans. Does the job. Because, you know, VR, I just feel like I need some moving air over the face. I think he's trying to squeeze the most out of his CPU so he can play ACC without not at 40 frames in VR. The PC, it is generating heat. Yes, my PC is all the way down there. Rig. It's like far away in that side, far away. Rise and mast. Could that be overheating? Yeah, there you go. All right, practice time. Practice. Recenter. Dieting. Are you married or you have a partner? Goju Maru? Goju? Whoa! Jesus. You're married? 46. Alright. Do you have kids? Oh, okay. Well, it's just you, your wife, and sim racing. And streaming. It's too slow around there. I should be quicker. I have to remember this track. I forget how to drive it. Oh, the crew. That's so cool. I've never played that. I've seen people play it on YouTube. Whoa. Fourth gear. Turn 1. Fifth. Hey, Honda. Welcome back. T4 now, which is... Oh shit, no! Pretty sure there's someone... Oh no. This is not gonna end well. Yes, thanks, Buja, I will. Oh, shit. Fourth gear, wasn't it? Fourth gear. Yeah, sure, man. Sure, of course. Thank you, Dan. I'm in Discord as well. Oh, that felt good. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, no. Okay, I gotta do a stop and go. Oh, by the way, Dan, you can go visit friends, but no more than two. No, what is it? No, you can't have like a whole bunch of people there. Like one person, apparently. So it's not like you can go and visit people, but it's just a risk. That's if you wanna if correct me if I'm wrong. Where's the pit entrance? Other side.
Is this working? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Let's try that. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. There we go. I had it set to the rift. Forcing all the way to the rift. Anyways, so yeah, what I need you to actually do is I need to actually find out how you enable
Here's a
me.
bit. Damn, it feels. I'm not. See, I did it. I did this bloody humongous thing today. Like when I say humongous thing, it was highly time consuming and bloody
Yeah.
frustrating. So basically, the rear subwoofer, tactile thingy. I completely removed it the way it was mounted, which was mounted straight onto the padding on the back.
Yeah.
Which is silly, but and so what I did was I bought a piece of pine wood, like hardwood, and the size and then I cut it to the length of the so that I could actually put it over the frame. The frame,
Right. Yep.
So the back frame. And so what I've found is because now the base transducer is screwed onto the frame, screwed onto the piece of wood, which is then screwed onto the frame. It's not all the vibration is now going to the frame in the back. Now the idea is for the piece of wood that has the tactile transducer attached to it, for that piece of wood to be for that to be touching the whole entire back padding, if that makes sense. That's because I expected it to really feel a lot more than I'm feeling right now.
Yeah. All right. Just before you leave the pits, if you haven't already, to be able to spot for you, I need you to go into your settings.
Pit stop. Yes.
I'll just have to wait for it to come up on stream because there's a little bit of delay. So under the options menu.
Yep.
Oh, SDK, and then it must be under sound. I think.
Sound. Enable spotter.
Enable spotter. Yeah.
Okay. I've got it. Voice device is system default. Should I put that through the stream or just into my headphones?
Whatever you want. Probably just into your.
What's that?
Probably just into your headphones.
Okay, so that would be this guy here. What am I saying? Display voice chattiness. Voice pack. What's voice pack?
So this is that's actually for the iRating spotter.
Oh, I care about that. Oh yeah, I'll just leave it as Focusrite, which is that. Hopefully that works. Alright, so what's supposed to happen?
When I went to check it out, it basically said, well, you haven't got it enabled. Just making sure I'm getting this right.
Oh, you don't need in-game spotter when you're using crew chief. Oh, that spotter is something else.
So what you can do is for spotter, you can turn down chattiness.
Yeah.
To I think off. I think it is.
There's no off. It's either high, oh.
Oh, low. Okay. Oh, sorry. Display under display. Sorry, you can just set it to text only.
This is different though. This is the spotter that is like crew chief.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm just. So if you leave it checked and if you go display and put it to text only.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then hit done.
Done.
Yeah, I'll just see because like at the moment when I then scroll through the list and I find you okay, keep doing some practice. I'll make sure I'm not making an absolute idiot of myself and
practice.
I'll watch a video from iRacing and see what it says about that. Because like in the UI, next to register in the same session as you, there's also an option to spot, but at the moment it says spotting disabled, which is something on your end, I'm pretty sure.
Is it enabled for anybody else?
Yes, but you can set a password to prevent that from happening.
I mean, can you see anyone else having enabled it?
Yeah, there was one other person who's currently practicing somewhere.
Okay.
One person, two people, a third person but with a password, another two people with passwords, a fourth with a password, and then a fifth open, and a sixth open. So it's a thing. I'll go do my research before.
Oh, cool. Hey, Gojumaru, thank you very much for dropping by, man. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Whoa. What are you up to this weekend? Dan? Oh, you're probably watching videos, Dan. What's everyone up to this weekend? And
I'm
you as
still
well,
here,
Dan.
don't worry. What I'm doing is I'll be just at home, pretty much.
It sounded like you were
Doing-
about to say something exciting.
No, not really. At this rate, I'm going to be playing with my computers, playing with the computer some more and learning how to get it to run the way I thought it was running, which apparently it wasn't.
There you go. I had to put the volume up a bit. Oops, off track. There's not many videos about AM2 at the moment. I think the whole hype had come and gone. I've been watching YouTube videos on the like transfer of load, transfer of weight transfer. Doesn't look that great. What do you mean? Oh, DJ of Choice. How you doing, DJ of Choice? Sorry, man. I didn't catch you. I didn't see you. You were on stream. How are you, man?
Or just enable text.
Oh yeah, DJ of Choice said just enable text, but that's... Is that what you were saying, Dan? Break. The incident's me. Oh my god, the race is going to be happening soon, isn't it? Now I'm like floundering over here. Going to be doing some BMW races this weekend in iRacing. I'm tired. Yeah, that's in this bloody track. Dr. Bellix! How are you, man? You're back at work, aren't you?
So I think I found the answer to what I was looking for.
Alright.
It's ancient, but you have to head to the iRacing member site.
The what?
You have to head to the actual website for members,
Yeah.
and then under the settings cog, that's on the on that website. That's where you can enable spotters, and you can also set it there to friends only, or you can add a password,
Alright.
and that'll allow me to spot you.
Alright, let's do that. I'm gonna enable iRacing spotter so Dan can talk me through, so I don't suck as little, so I have less excuses basically to.
I'll just give you some of my thoughts to driving around there, because this is a pretty technical, pretty technical, that you need to flow pretty well through this course to get it to work well.
Okay, so go to settings.
Settings
and-
cog, and then it brings a drop down menu. At the bottom of the menu is crew/spotter.
Yes. It's
Then
currently set to off. Oh yeah,
swipe
now
it
it's on.
over, so it becomes on, and then under the sub menu for privacy settings, you can just check the box that says only friends can be in my crew/spotter.
Okay. I won't do require password for now.
I don't think actually it allows you to even do that. Oh, it does. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just do friends,
Cool.
like
Manage ignored. That's it, isn't it? How do I save this? Is it already saved?
I'm pretty sure it just auto saves.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I just need to be able to.
Let me just make
We'll
sure.
see if I can do it from the beta UI in terms of actually being able to now spot you. If not, I'll go try them.
All right, I'm gonna
User
leave the
website.
server. Go to the
All right.
race server.
Ah, it's racist something. Okay.
Actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna make sure I turn off that other spotter.
Oh,
What?
it's also an option under profile in the beta UI,
Oh, that's good. Practice.
and it turns out that was still set completely different. So you might have to go there too.
Oh, I have to go there as well.
It's clumsy apparently.
Oh, okay.
So
Profile.
you click on your little view profile, and hey look, there's a settings option under the view profile part of the beta UI,
Oh wow.
and then the settings option is for spotters,
Huh? Oh, this is spotters? No.
and it says who. So you're in the beta UI and you've clicked on view profile,
Yep.
and then you go to the settings tab.
Oh, view profile. Okay, whoops. Hang on. View profile. Yeah, I'm going there
Yep.
now. Settings.
And settings,
Oh, who
and
can
look
be
what
my
it brings
settings?
up.
My
Who can
friends,
be
any of
my spotter?
friends. Okay, done.
All right, let's see if that's updated for me now.
Yeah.
Watch. Let's see if
Wow,
it
that-
allows me to.
This feels crazy.
We'll see if this works. So the thing is, I'll talk to you over Discord because Discord's in real time. It's just that the stream is out of sync. And so if I was to try and teach you, so I watch you through on the stream, it'll throw out all my information by a good 3 or 4 seconds,
Yeah.
and that'll be absolutely and utterly useless to you. For example, you've only just left the pit lane on my screen. You're heading up to turn 3, the big braking turn. Like you're already accelerating out of the next couple of turns and up through like 3rd, 4th gear because you're only just like,
Oh, that guy's
I'll get-
fast. Stir, faster. I have raced here before in was it GT3? I think. Yeah, I think it was GT3.
yeah, good chance you have.
I have last year. I just can't remember it.
Alright, I'm hearing things.
Whoa, that guy just full on.
Oh, that was some grass that I just saw you on stream. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I was just going too fast. So that doesn't work, the spotting?
I may have accidentally just confused iRacing by, because what happened was, right, I open up iRacing, it goes, there's an Oculus headset connected. It fires up the Oculus app,
Oh.
and then I tell it, no, I don't need the Oculus, I don't want to run in VR for this. So then it, but then after, what happened was that I closed the Oculus app. But the problem is, for some reason, even though I've told it, no, just load iRacing on my monitor, it craps out and it,
Oh, No, I did the wrong turn in the wrong place.
Uh-oh.
No, this is
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be disaster.
Oh, too soon.
This
That's
race
okay.
is...
That's okay. That's. I'm gonna try and help you here. Because if you back out now, I think you get hit with a pretty hefty,
Yeah.
at least I rating penalty would be pretty substantial.
I rating penalty as well.
Probably. I'm pretty sure it's more. It would be more I racing than. Oh. Okay. Apparently it hates me. Oops. Did I accidentally gimp myself because I was like telling. Oops. That's not so great.
Hey, Dr.
Let's-
Bellix, are you still there? Oh, I remember now. You're supposed to foot off the throttle through here. I remember now. Yes. Yeah,
I set it
that's
back
right.
to. Yeah. I'll once I get in, I'll. All right. Race session is beginning. Actually, does it mean I'm about to join the practice server as you're leaving? So I'm not sure if we'll actually. We'll see how this goes. Communication. Damn it, did I accidentally... Okay, can you hop over to the race server? Because I think I may have accidentally confused our racing.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the race server.
Yeah, once you're in the race server, let me know.
Box. Yes.
Okay. That's happy.
Okay. Pause music.
So that's fine. Fire up the better UI again. Because may have accidentally given it a heart attack.
I need to move the pedals to the left a little bit.
Okay.
Like a tiniest amount.
Where is it?
Making some
Torpedo
food
challenge.
just now. We'll be on later. All right, no worries, DJ
Entries.
of choice.
I want to go to the letter P. But it... why is it telling me that spotting is still disabled for you? Okay.
It is.
It just means I think I don't get like full telemetry data out of you or something.
Oh,
I'm still able to watch. I'm still able to join the server as a spectator, so it's... Well, at least I
that's
think I
good.
will. We're gonna find out now because I'm now launching into the sim.
Yep.
We'll see if it does the dumb. It actually works.
I went and bought two new two
Okay, we're good.
power. What do you call it? Power adapters.
Yep.
So I can properly.
Did you need
power
more
the-
power, or was it just?
So the idea is that if I power 100 watts to my amplifier properly, 100 watts, then it's more power to the. It sends more power to the actual transducers.
Because those amp boards are 100 watts, yeah.
Practice. Yeah, because I checked the wattage. I calculated the wattage coming out of the bloody power supplies provided by the amplifiers. They were like 87 watts. So it's not getting the maximum power against the rating of the chip.
Yep.
So hopefully that'll give it a bit more oomph. Qualify.
All right, I am watching you from the far chase cam. Okay, so when you're ready, we can roll out. Keep that clutch in as we get going. All right. So obviously on this is the warm-up lap. Tires are going to be cold, so we want to get speed up, but at the same time, don't take it too hard. So second gear for this one, normally, and then for this one I go back to first.
Oh.
And then you can use that AstroTurf on the exit. When the tires are warmed up, flat out through here in third, but lift for now, yep. Alright, stay to the right down the straightaway. Brake between the 150 meter boards, back to second gear.
This is,
Okay, then we can abuse the curbs there on the inside. And then steady through here, late on the throttle because this turn's long. So too early on the throttle that time.
All
Can
right.
abuse that AstroTurf on the exit of that corner there. And flat out around here. And right up next to the curb, we're braking just after the 100 meter board. Back to fourth. Need to get to that curb on the inside, of course.
Gotcha. Hunt.
Alright. Coming through the S's here, flat out through the left, and then brake back to fourth and over the curbs on the right. And then brake curbs on the left, third.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
right.
Hold the curbs on the right side so you can then use the AstroTurf on exit.
Oh, I should have. Yeah, this is how I need to practice.
Yeah. Alright, so up here, probably keep it in fifth gear. Or go to sixth, back to third. And get in tight, and then on the throttle hard. You don't have a lot of runoff at the exit though, so you have to be careful of that.
Yeah.
Brake about the 100 meter board, back to second. Okay, bit deep perhaps in that case, that's my bad. Alright, third gear. Maybe a slight lift because obviously, oh, too wide.
Whoops.
Got to get to that apex, otherwise you have to back way off and that compromises the start of the lap here. So, fifth gear, back to fourth, get to that curb, yep, get to the curb, good, there we go. It'll feel a little bit sketchy on this setup I found, but it works alright.
Oh,
Okay, a bit late there on the brakes it seems, oops. Alright, so about the 100 meter board tops, otherwise
Yeah, I
we're going
think
to go
there's
way too deep.
There's a delay in what you're seeing and what I'm doing.
Oh, excellent, it's better than the stream, that's for sure. But if it's delayed, that's not helpful. Then again, we do have like a 260 millisecond ping, so it's a brake just after the 100 board. So you're a little bit too early on the brakes. Down to this one.
100 meter board. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So on the approach to that set of corners, the 100 meter board. Right. So come out of here. Third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, flat out. Now, not too soon though. So just after the 100 meter board up here, we brake back to fourth. Get it to the apex, and now you can throttle on early. And you can
Nice.
probably put two wheels on the curb. So,
Right.
fifth gear, flat out, left turn, brake, fourth gear for the right turn. Over the curves as well, and then tap brakes third, left. Keep left as much as you can, because then you take the curbs on the right. Stay in third usually.
Third gear. Okay. So 5, 4, 3.
Rev it out down the back stretch. Brake just around the 100 meter board. We'll go back to third gear once we get there. Yeah, a little bit too soon. That's all right. So get it to the curb and then throttle on just before the 100 meter board. Second gear brakes. So we want to really slow up for this corner. Get the inside curb there to make this corner nice and wide. Now third gear, getting to that curb on the inside.
Ah, missed it.
That was
I
better
see.
though, because you've kept a lot more speed down the front straight. That's all right. So 100 meter board or even fourth gear, inside apex. Yeah. Okay, so 100 meter board coming up here, and then back to second. All right. So it's all right. Back. Yep. Slow it up nice and steady. It's tight, so you got to brake hard. All right. Nope. 2, 3. All right. Just after the 100 meter board, second gear. Okay. Okay, that's all right. Yep. And then yeah, late on the throttle through this corner. So wait until you can basically put the throttle down all the way on exit.
Okay.
Okay. Around the 100-meter board, brake back to 4th. There we go, throttle on, because you've now got the apex. And now, get across the... Yep, so 5th gear, flat out left, then brake, 4th gear on the right-hand turn. And then 3rd when we go to the left. And then brake again, but keep it in 3rd as we go right. Now throttle on. Yeah, better.
Nice.
Alright, around the 100-meter board, we brake and go back to 3rd gear. So, yep, it's alright. In. Roll on, good. Alright, just before the 100-meter board, braking back to 2nd. Get it close to that apex. And then right, because we want to make this one fast. That's okay. Yep, 3rd gear on the apex. Good, bring it home.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I counted the off track on that one. That sucks. Alright, so that's a lap of Silverstone. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Because I've got a latency to the server right now of 266 milliseconds. I would bet you've got the same kind of latency. Which means that, effectively, it's a half a second before I see anything on the server, probably. So that turn there is really tricky because it's really slow. You've got to really pull it up and get it in tight. The other one you're probably going to maybe have issues with in the race is this one down here at the end of this straightaway. People will probably go for the dive bomb because it's kind of a trail braking exercise. Because you obviously have to apex really late here on the bumpy curbs.
Onto the yes. And then here.
And then round
just
here,
1, 2,
I think it's generally the 3rd or the 4th is when I start putting the throttle on. That's my marker as to when to put the throttle down. Otherwise it's too soon and I go wide.
Yep. Whoa.
Okay,
That
so
was really
qualifying.
jarring.
The time ended.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want me to spot proper or... You've probably still got your crew chief spotter running because I'm not actually spotting for you, so I won't interrupt necessarily, but...
Yeah, that's right. You can hang out. All right. Grid.
Just remember to turn off... I mean, hey, you're starting what? 9th? Or 8th even? No, 9th. Sorry, you're on the right side. This is the...
Oh, wow.
Just remember to turn off fuel and tires because this car...
Uh-oh.
Go fuel, even in the rookie.
That was trippy. The bloody iRacing fuel.
Alright.
No fuel. No fuel. No tires.
So, because you've got to start this car without a clutch in,
No
just make
fuel.
sure you keep the clutch in whilst you let go. So, release the clutch really slowly and keep your foot mostly down on the throttle.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'll stall it out and you've got people behind you that are not going to like that because they have to wait for you, of course.
Have a safe race.
Alright, off we go.
Yeah. Good luck, guys.
And that's a launch from standstill.
Yeah.
Alright. So you've got the inside line for the final turn. That might be advantageous. You're just going to have to be careful when you make it through that turn. Alright, basically just tail him.
Rolling nice and slow behind you guys. Not
I'll
trying
stay
not to get the
on
crash.
chase cam, far chase cam and such. For now.
Give me about like a centimeter.
Alright, get up on the, keep on the right side of the road. You've got to try and close up, obviously. Because here goes green flag.
I actually couldn't
Stay
even
tight,
see you, bro.
but you're good.
I couldn't even see you.
Yep, nice. You've got space to yourself.
Okay.
Alright, yep, good. Take the racing line, get across to the left.
I mean, I was there, but all good. You didn't hit me.
Anyone before I was in last place, bro. I didn't even see you. Sorry, man.
Okay, yep, good. Just watch that guy on the right there. You're clear behind by a mile. So, yep. Yep, nice. That's good. Good, good. You've got one closing in. And watch the car on the inside, left. That's alright. He just ran to the track. Yep. Oh, yep. Good passes. Nice.
Man, I'm just in here for safety rating, and I'm already at a 5. Dude.
Doing good there. Nice and confident on the brakes here. Yeah, good. You've got one guy in behind you. That's a nice line through there, though. Yep, nice and late on the throttle here.
Welcome to outage.
There now.
It's a bit slidey on the first lap, boys.
Looks like the guy here behind you is a little bit closer than the guy in front, but you've got space. Yeah.
Alright, so this is the 4.
Fourth there, third through the left-hander. Just got to keep the speed up, because, yeah. Yep. Alright. You've got plenty of space behind you as well. Alright. Careful of a passing maneuver at this next... Oh. No, never mind. He just braked later on entry on approach, so you're good. Alright. You got one guy about half a second back. Actually, 2 guys, I should say. So... they're a little bit later on the brakes than you, but you're getting better runs out of turns, it looks like.
Whoa.
Yeah, careful of brake lock. So stick to the left and brake early. Yeah, just slow it right up on the apex and get it out clean. I'll keep watching rear chase because in front you can keep an eye on basically.
Yeah.
You've got 2 guys behind by about second, I reckon. Okay. That's a good line. Yep, so nice and late on the brakes here and late on the throttle. Late on the throttle, Daniel. That's what I meant to say. Okay, you've got one guy behind who is pinging out a little bit, so it's not so great for him. So remember at about the 100-meter board, back to 4th. Nice, that's a good line, good speed.
Nice.
That's the kind of speed and line you want through that one. So remember, 5th gear to the left, and then back to 4th for the right-hander, and keep your speed up. And then back to 3rd for the left. Keep it in 3rd as we come through here and into the right-hander. And then throttle on early because you can take the curb.
Alright.
Alright, good. Okay, so just after the 100-meter board, back to 3rd gear on the brakes. Oh, guy ahead's run wide. This is a good chance, yep. So just before the 100-meter board, back to 2nd gear for this one. So we want to get into that curb so that we can make this one nice and wide. And then into this curve here. Nice, that's a good line. Keeps the speed up. So, turn 1. At about the 100-meter board or later. Back to 4th. There you go, there we go. It might feel a little bit loose. It does do that at times. And then 100-meter board back to 2nd. And big braking application to get that speed down because it's a tight turn. Same thing here first and early on the brakes. There we go. Caught up to this guy through this section.
Wow.
The car will feel a little bit loose through that sector, that's for sure. But at this point now on lap 3, you can start to trust the tyres a bit more. Alright.
Interesting.
Back to 2nd. Hold it to the inside. Throttle now. There we go. Alright. So again, around that 100-meter board on the brakes back to 4th. There you go, you can get on the throttle nice and early. Here's run wide, that's an off track, possibly a slowdown. Alright, stay to the 5th gear, then back to 4th from the right-hander. Yeah, let this guy overrun. Back to third. Yep. And stay in third. Keep it nice and tight. Because otherwise... unfortunately, a little bit deep to make super good use. But you can sit in the draft here, and this will hopefully keep you a little bit faster down there straight away.
This is a race.
There you go. He's locking up every time. There you go. Here's your chance. If you get up close behind, you can set him up at turn 3. So we'll save it for now. Stay at the 100-meter break. See, watch him slow right up. Yeah, now to maximize his run through here.
Yo, Skid, how you doing, man?
Back to 4th. That's it, yep. Did that get you an off track? That looked good to me. Oh, he's loose. So, nice, heavy on the brakes. Slow it right up. And there we go, at that apex is good. There you go, nice, and then he can get on the throttle early. And again, trust the tyres through here.
Why, dude?
Just after that 100-meter board. Remember, you can brake late through here because it's a late apex.
I don't understand.
Okay, he's really messed his tyres up.
I don't understand
So
why you
you've got a good
brake
chance, I
there.
think, because you've got one behind. He's pretty close. He's probably going to make it move in the next couple of turns. But he's he's braking late. I would be just be careful for a dive on some of the slower turns.
Right.
But just stick to your line and braking marks. Yep, nice and early, good.
I didn't get on the power early.
Yeah, look, it was a little bit slow through, but you're alright. It's better to obviously keep it 0x. Yeah, 4th, back to 3rd on the left. Okay, he's getting close. Watch out behind. Just, yeah, good. It's a decent line. Yep, on the throttle. Okay, he was probably going to make an attack move here because he's got slightly tighter run.
Yeah, Dan is actually guiding. He's spotting.
Yeah. Alright. Hold the inside. Yep. Inside. Yep. There he goes. That's alright. I think he was a bit more confident on the brakes. So
Yeah,
let him
he's
go at
definitely
this
got
next
more
guy. You
experience.
might be able to pick up the spoils.
There you go.
Yep, here we go. Here we go. He's going to cause an incident because he's too aggressive on the... Alright. You've got 2 guys behind, a couple seconds back. So let these 2 go at it, I suppose. But I would suspect this BMW guy in front, he's gonna really push for an overtake. So yeah. Yeah, here comes a dive bomb. No, he's pulled it up this time and actually made it work. That's a nose chop and a half. All right.
He really wants it back.
Oh, he'll want it back because he got whacked and revenge whack.
Oh, this is not looking
Here we
good.
go. One of them's dead.
Oh!
One of them is dead. Both of them are dead. Just go let. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Watch out for this dude. Yeah, just go up his left side.
Oh no,
All
where
right,
is
this
he?
other guy's also going to be damaged, so you should be good to get past him too. Just probably down one of the next couple of straights. All right, you got 3 cars behind. 1 wounded, angry guy.
Dude, Villa, you can't get
Yeah,
back
this
on
guy had to
the
use
track
damage.
like
You're
that.
reeling him in pretty steadily. Just keep the revs up high. Good, yeah, he's damaged. You've got him easy down here. Stick to the left, you might be able to... Yep, you got this. Okay. That's it, back to 3rd. And then keep it in 3rd. There you go, and run away from him here. Alright. Yeah, he's not going to be a problem. He's way down on speed. You've got 3 guys behind, but you've got about 1.5 seconds to the next person closest who's going to be a threat. Yeah. Yeah, that dude's just... Alright. Nice, you got... Alright. Yeah, the longer you've got white guy behind you, he's holding up someone who's undamaged. So now I guess as you get away time, I suppose. Ooh, sorry. Get a guy behind you. Just take the sausage curb and mount it. All right. Yeah, you're good. Your next closest guys who are in fighting condition are a couple seconds back. That's a nice line through there. And then, yep. Yep, that's good.
Thanks to Dan as well. He's doing a bloody awesome job.
Yeah, you're the man driving, and I'm just keeping my eyes out behind you because we've seen a couple of crazy people. Alright, back to fourth. Nice, good line through there, and you can get on the throttle earlier and abuse that exit curb. Alright, so fifth gear flat out left, fourth gear. You can abuse the curbs through here too a bit. That's one of the ways I help keep my speed up. Yep. There we go. And then, yep, use the exit curb and the AstroTurf there. Every extra bit of track you can run there means more speed, obviously, coming onto the straightaway. Alright, this should be your last lap, yes?
Yeah.
Well, we've got one more. I'm just looking at the remaining time on the clock versus... Alright. You've got one guy about 2 seconds back. Alright.
And
That's the flag. Oh, we got one more.
Are you fucking kidding me, man?
is it over?
I can't tell. I don't think Yep. Race over. We've got guys pull up behind you. Nicely done.
All
What
right.
are you doing, dude? Stop doing
All
that
right. Thanks
shit,
a lot,
bro.
Dan. Man,
Yo,
that was
do not
pretty.
do that shit. 'Cause I'll record what you just
That's
did.
one
and the guy in front
one
us
hell of a
ran
way
that
of
last
getting
time.
a
Clown.
what do you call it? Deep dive while racing. Whew. Damn, that's a. And also, how many incident points? Like 3 incident points? Far out.
I can't. As a spectator, I can't tell.
My
And obviously, I was
incident points.
focused on the spectator cam because it's a bit more up to date than the stream. I think you're only maybe racked up 2 or 3 off tracks there with that. I'm pretty sure that contact was a 0x, so that's it's good racing. Yeah, you got down to a 2:04 there for your final lap. So that's not too far off my race pace.
Well, there you go. Jeez. That
Alright.
was actually pretty crazy, though, what happened before in front.
Yeah, that guy was hyper aggressive on the brakes. I was watching him come close up behind you.
He did
And
not
just the
want to
way-
get that guy. Yeah.
It just what he was a lot more confident initially on the brakes, which means he was closing up behind you. He was closing up behind you and the guy ahead of you really quickly. But then he just he wasn't able to adapt when he didn't find enough space. And sort of pulled it into the back of that dude, and then we saw that argy-bargy. And they took each other out, and basically those cars were no longer competitive.
Yeah, right. So the guy that came up from the back, his name was Villa Vico Rajala, I think it was, from memory. Car number 13. And I reckon...
Looks like he's Rajala, according to your overlay, is limping around 13th. And I think he's just crossed the line.
I reckon he should have really not kind of gone side by side with him, you know.
Well, he whacked the guy in the back. He then gets a
Yeah.
tap back. He gets a tap back. All right, and then one of them ran out onto the grass. So a lot of crazy things happen. I mean, I kind of race it. I race this. I'm going to be racing this for the next couple more rating than trying X5s, but it kind of sucks. Oh, actually, no, never mind. next week, it's Lime Rock Park. That's
Whoops. I ran over the
BMW
guy.
M8. M8s at Lime Rock. What are they? What are they?
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. Buja. You love this circuit? Hey, Skid, how you doing, man?
1 second.
He hates Limerick. Limerick Park. Lime Rock Park, there's like 3 different, which is like, oh, MX5. What time is it? Almost, oh, it's like 11 o'clock. Are you practicing smoking, Fred? With the quarantine, I was running out of food, so decided to order in. Whoa, that's serious. Like, you talking pantry stock, like just your commodities? Got Chinese delivery. They said it would be half an hour, but it's actually 20 minutes. When I opened the door, the wee Chinese guy was in the panic, isolate, and he said, I said, no, it's all right. You're 10 minutes early. What? Ah. Pete, could you look up the Formula race class? A Formula class race? Okay. Formula class.
Well, see, what are the Formula cars tags?
What? Would that be under...
So, well, there's a whole different cars. Are we talking like Formula 3 Budja or
Pro?
it's like
Is it?
IndyCar?
No.
Or there's the
Class
iRacing
A.
Grand Prix Series, Class A. Actually, what are all the Formula cars? So for D Class, there's Formula Sprint,
This one
which
here.
is the
Yeah, there's the Williams F Formula FW31,
iRacing Grand Prix Series for Class A drivers.
and then there's... That's it.
Class, that's that one. Then Class B, you've got the Lotus 79. If you're into
Yeah, there's
if you're
only
into
one
some
car.
classic Formula One. Class C, you get the iRacing F3 Championship, or the Pro Mazda Championship if you're pretending you're on the IndyCar feeder series, along with
Wow.
Indy cars.
Yeah.
And if you like old school F1, you can go to Grand Prix Legends.
Oh, you're doing open wheel. Is that what you're searching under? Is it?
No, I'm
Is
just
it
looking at all the tags. I'm just looking at per.
Oh.
I'm just getting an idea because then you got Class D. You've got Skip Barber, iconic open wheeler. It seems it's like Mazda MX-5s, but even more slippy, I think, because those tires are skinny. What else?
Yeah.
You've got Formula Renault 2.0 class.
Wait, is
God.
Buja talking about Formula One or all Formula?
I don't know.
classes?
I've just started listing off all of the Formula type cars that are Actually, wait, where is Formula
Yeah,
Renault
Formula Renault
3.5?
is another famous.
Where is
popular
that?
one.
Oh,
Formula Renault.
yeah,
Barcelona.
Formula Renault 3.5 is a B series.
No, there's 2.0, and that's what I'm looking at. 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0 Class D is a different car, and then there's 3.5 Class B. It's a different car. Two different cars. Series. Any open and there's no. And for rookies, you've got the Dallara Dash. If you like unranked chaos. For example, it's this week. It's 10 laps in the old Dallara DW12 at Gunaseka. But as I said, it's unranked, so you don't have to actually worry about any of your Wait, what? Why does the race session that started like 3 minutes ago have 15 and 16 drivers? I'm
one's this?
impressed. What is this? The race is somehow split into two servers.
Huh.
Hang on.
Yeah, there is Formula, but it's
But
there's only one.
which Formula Butcher? There's only one
William-
Formula One category.
Yeah, there's only one Formula One, which is the Williams car. I guess they don't have the license to drive to call it Formula One. It's not called Formula One. It's just called
It's identified by the Grand
Any-
Prix series because how many laps
Yeah,
did you say
yeah.
there was?
Dan just gave the whole list.
It's like, do you want me to go through the list again?
Open wheel. Okay,
I mean, if you just go through the tags and just start with Class A, and we can work our way through them all.
tag. So, I see. No, well, here's the thing. There's Skip Barber Racing School. That's an open wheel, and then there's nothing here. Nothing.
Well,
Oh, Classic Lotus. That's
yeah,
open
you
wheel.
passed. Yeah, Classic Lotus. That's another. That's why I said do it by tags because then you can like filter up from the bottom or the top or whatever.
Oh, I see
and
what you mean.
Pick them all out. You can
So
say if you're a rookie, if you're a rookie license, this is where you should go open wheel.
Ah.
Okay, so Budger, I'm a bit behind. Yep. So the two Formula Renault cars
Hmm.
in Class D, Formula Renault 2.0,
Formula Renault. Let's look for. Oh, that's
which
yeah,
the
yeah.
iRacing Formula Renault 2.0 Championship Class D series. With that car,
Valtteri Bottas.
and then
Massa.
in Class B, the iRacing Formula Renault 3.5 Championship. Different car again. And so you'd think, in theory, higher quality racing, given
Class
there's
B.
the whole higher license class that you got to achieve to enter this. Then again, we just watched a whole bunch of mostly Class B and Class A drivers alongside Highness there, and we had one dude who was a bit of a cannonball.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. There are the two Formula Renaults, and then the Class B C, which we haven't. There's. Radical's not a Formula. Grand
No,
Prix
I wouldn't call
Legends?
Radical Formula. Grand Prix Legends, yes, if you like old school Formula One. If you're into that kind of thing. Mind you, it's like, yeah, Grand Prix Legends with the Lotus 49 is antique.
Not old.
No, Butcher says no.
Well, is there a search for open wheel? Wouldn't that be handy?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of, it's like, hang on. Yeah, the tags are all series. You've got just NASCAR, IndyCar, IMSCAR, sports car, oval road. Yeah, that's sloppy. The categories are pretty weak.
Yeah, I know.
What counts as sports car?
Ah, here we go. Open wheel. Maybe
Okay.
this will help.
Oh wait, is there an open wheel option? What? Why can't I see this supposed tag?
Nah, man. The modern Formula cars aren't free.
No, unfortunately, Butcher. In fact, you don't get the only Formula style car you get for free.
Delara.
Actually, is the Delara DW12, which is an archived piece of content.
Oh.
Which
You can't even
means no, you can drive it because it's been superseded by the Delara. So it's the Delara DW12. There's also the IR11, I think it is. If I go to my, I'm just gonna check. I'm just gonna check my content. Sorry, I'll double check this fact.
Okay.
Legacy IndyCar Delara 2009 is just what it's called. Okay, cool. And the Delara DW12, they're both archive class cars because they're not officially used anymore. They've been superseded by the Delara IR18. That's what they use. That's what they use in IndyCar these days.
Well,
in
actually,
the IndyCar series as well.
DW12.
Yeah. So that's a car everyone now owns. It's just out of date because
Yeah.
they introduced the 2018 IndyCar into iRacing. That's what you have to buy that one to use.
Hey, 50% off memberships right now. iRacing.
Not bad.
If you care. But then let's see. That's what I did. There was like 50% or some sort of percent off, and I just do the whole year.
I've got a renewal code for. It would cost me $12 renew for another 3 months. So I'll
That's
take
nice.
advantage of that one because that's more than half off. I suppose I'm coming from I'm coming from a discount code which got me renewed for 3 months, just $5, which was insanely good value, of course.
Only new memberships. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Smoking
small
Fred
inside.
said new membership.
But for, as a returning member, just check your inbox for iRacing email, and they'll send out promo codes every now and then. Also, Black Friday apparently just happens, and they
Black
generally like
Friday?
to spit out promo codes then.
It is a very strange time to have Black Friday sales.
I mean, yeah,
wait.
iRacing, I guess it's
When
always
is
just
it?
pretty modest counts.
Yeah.
It's starting to become a regular trend to do a modest discount. Point?
Where's my inbox?
Just as in your emails. Whatever email account you use to sign up to iRacing.
DJF Choice says he bought the new things Spa, Daytona.
Ooh,
Mobil
yeah, that's a
GT3,
pretty
GT4,
hefty list of
Monte
content
Carlo,
buys.
Impala SS, and Nürburgring. Ah, sweet man. We're it sounds like we've got similar cars, except for I don't have the Monte Carlo Impala.
Not many people would buy that car unless they were seriously going down the oval track.
All right. Uh-oh.
I mean, it's like I think it's used for.
Recenter. What? I remember this happened last time. I couldn't. Yeah, you know what? I could not drive this car here because. Whoops. Because I didn't know what to. It says too high. So what? Okay, so I'll reduce
too
the camber.
high. So you need to reduce the.
Well, I can't reduce it lower than this. Or if I do it the other way, it's sort of. You know what I mean? I can't drive this car here.
One sec. Oh wait. You're doing an offline test, aren't you?
Yeah. It's
The
the only
camber-
reason why I can't drive this. Weight check.
Camber. What setup preset is this? Is this
Oh, you know what?
You
let
at the
me load one.
Nürburgring?
A Nürburgring, yeah.
Yeah. So if we go to
That's probably why.
iRacing setups
Load an
or
iRacing
something, because
setup.
I just need to know. Yeah, I just need to know what setup this is. Yeah, you're on an oval. That's why you're on an oval setup.
Okay.
Richmond
so
isn't.
baseline. Even baseline doesn't work.
No, because baseline will probably be oval again.
Oh, okay. So then
We need to probably. I need to think of what the road courses are like. Again, it's an oval, so
High
it's
downforce.
skewed. Yes, we don't want anything that says oval because it'll all have skewed camber designed to
Okay.
run. If you run the high
Michigan.
downforce. Michigan's also an oval.
Oh, okay.
Try high downforce. I'm pretty sure that's a generic road
High
style.
downforce. Aha. I think that's it.
I think high downforce is a road setup. Yeah.
You did it. Yep. All right. Sweet, man.
Oh, there's also low and medium downforce. So if you don't like too much aero, you can always tune back the aero. I presume there. Yeah,
Alright,
that
so-
cuts your camber way down. So you can now actually do that because I'm a little bit behind. I'm now watching the stream, so I just saw you. Yeah.
Wait, this
that's
looks
right.
so good, man. This bloody wheel. Amazing.
Well, that's what a nicely textured. I think. Have you ever gone to Project Cars 2 and seen the god awful texture work they did on the IndyCar wheel in that game?
No. But I thought I actually liked
It
some of the
looks
cars.
The IndyCar wheel looks so horrendous. It looks like they've sort of just gone slapdash 2D paint job.
I can't remember it actually. I don't think
I
I've seen it.
strongly recommend that if you just want to check something out for giggles, you load up Project Cars 2 once, and just see how horrendous that wheel looks.
Is it like poorly textured?
It just looks flat. So
Okay.
utterly flat and lifeless.
Oh, it's weird. It's such a dangerous thing to drive this, and then I might make this the last car I drive tonight.
Well, you put the foot down in this car, and once you give it some revs, because this car is it's an Indy car, so even in the high downforce preset, the gearing is kind of skewed, so it's long 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. shorten up so that they're basically stacked on top of each other.
Smoke and Fred, this is the DW12.
See if my chat beats you. Come on. So when we get to the backstretch, rev the gears out. By the way, my chat message did not get there in time. So rev it out down here. Rev it further.
Oh, here? You mean this, the backstretch?
Yeah, that was the backstretch we came down. Unfortunately, Wait, try the front straight. Actually, you're probably already on the front straight now by the time I tell you this.
That is insane.
It's too late, the stream's so far behind. I try and tell you something, and it's utterly useless. So late. So late suggesting that. Okay, next straightaway section you get.
Yeah.
Well, no, not really, Butcher. I mean, there's definitely not on an oval. Rule number one of ovals is you gun these cars and all the way to the top of the rev band. Yeah, that was more like it. That's more like how an IndyCar driver does it. I mean, then again, unlike NASCAR, they do occasionally drive these cars in the wet on road courses.
I'm not pushing it, nah. It's because of my brain. I need to get off the... Yeah,
it's a fast car. In road trim, this will probably do nearly 300k an hour if you give it enough straight away.
I'm driving like a GT car.
I mean, GT car's not the worst starting point because they've got some aero, but this car, you have to do it even more. Brake super hard at start and then fade out as you lose speed and aero.
That's so sick. The wheel, I saw the front right wheel brake lock. Nice.
Okay, so I just saw you get through the first turn. You pulled it up on the track. That's a good thing. Perhaps it was a little bit deep. Missed the apex and a real lock, but fine.
Yeah, this is just a standard setup. High downforce setup.
I mean, I want to let medium down first. Then again, this track does have a couple of fastish turns where you want the aero.
I'm gonna send it. Yeah! Oh, I might go faster next time. Ah, no.
Find out what went wrong. Oh, up here. Yes. Oh, yeah. I wonder what True Chat thinks, because I can hear you.
Oh,
in
no.
Discord saying,
Try to brake late.
no. No cameras allowed whilst driving other than the cockpit camera, Butcher.
T-cam? What is T-cam?
iRacing's pretty strict on simulation experience.
Is T-cam outside view?
Yeah, TV camera.
Oh, TV
Onboard
cam.
onboard TV cam, or as they like to abbreviate, just T-cam.
iRacing doesn't have T-cam while you're driving, or any cam?
The only camera whilst driving is the I saw technically a T-bar above the air intake for the engine on a Formula style car.
Oh.
That's actually probably the more accurate explanation. Because I mean, obviously, if you go to the replay mode, you've got all those other camera spectate.
Yeah.
But when you're driving, the only camera the user can use is obviously the camera. And obviously, we can adjust that cockpit camera field of view wise. No other options.
Oh man, that's freaky. They're so freaky.
You have to just trust in the brakes and
Just the
Fade off.
downforce.
fade off the brakes, mind you. But yeah, you can absolutely nail it. Obviously, curbs aren't your greatest friend in open wheel of it.
Ow. Ow. Brake at
Probably the 100-meter board for most turns in this car, or less. Especially in the high downforce package we're running right now. And if I'm straight, you didn't rev it out.
actually can handle some trail braking in this car.
You absolutely have to know how to trail brake it, because otherwise you'll lock the fronts up if you keep the pressure on too much. So as I said, yeah, you've got to stomp the brakes to start with while you the aero, and you've got to learn to trail out as you lose aero, otherwise the fronts will, and I'll just mess everything up.
And it's got really nice, you can really cane the speed on the way out of a corner.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this car's got some pretty fat tyres, and they're slicks. Obviously, you do have to be careful. This car's got somewhere in the order of 700 brake horsepower all the time. Well, not all the time. It's a petrol motor with turbos. But yeah, if you get enough aero going, or just tyres are in good condition, you can floor it pretty hard, because the first, second, third, long gears, so it takes a while for it to get up to power. Unlike a Formula 1 car these days with hybrid and 8 gears, it's all very short stack, and the electric motor gives instant torque.
Wow, imagine what this is such a trick. Definitely can't drive anything else on here for a while.
So you're now running, which is saying that it's 7-gear Formula car. Well, the Americans are old-fashioned. They don't like gears, apparently. So they've kept it with 6 for the longest time.
Look at the front left. Like hopping. This feels good, man. Like the sounds and the vibrations are really good in this.
Oh, I see what you mean by hop, 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 hop.
Yeah.
Box. Yeah, it makes me wonder. I mean, actually, let me have a quick look at what is the current IndyCar series. It's a Class C series. So, like,
Pete, is this practice offline? It is, yeah.
IndyCar. So there's Oval series, but also Road plus Oval. What does that look like currently? An oval, a road, an oval, a road, road.
Oof. Is it damaged?
It might get floor damage. Apparently, high aero cars are like that. But, I love how they call it the IndyCar Series Road. You go look through the schedule, and I'm pretty sure it's like half oval courses and half road courses.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even though there's a completely separate series, which is all. Good job, iRacing. Good job. I mean, then again, if you're running one car on a mixture of roads and ovals, that's, I guess, a good way to test it. Just, I don't get why they would run the why they would have two different series.
Man, I tell you, iRacing, I never thought I'd say this, but it feels so, the force feedback feels so much bloody better for me than Assetto Corsa. Like, in terms of the strength,
Yes.
I don't know, it just doesn't
That is-
feel
have you-
like
have-
it's, it clips or something. It just feels so strong, and as soon as I jump into Assetto Corsa, it's like I need to have that force feedback clip app running to feel the similar kind of force feedback.
Interesting.
I don't know about you. Like when you come over, you'll see. I can't explain it. Like it's.
Yeah, maybe it's something to do against the combination of things you're feeling now. Just the feedback you get.
Could be.
Maybe that helps. I mean, sometimes I feel like iRacing does okay, but also like,
Say that again.
yeah, I was halfway through saying something, listening to the stream. I should mute the streams. Yeah, like sometimes iRacing does okay, but there's other times where I feel like it feels a bit muted. Maybe because it's me, because now I've driven with a SimuCube 2. I know
Yeah.
I know what high strength feels like, and a Logitech wheel at maybe 1/10 of the strength, just
Mm.
it can't deliver anything like. So
Well, I do have this bass, another track transducer sitting on the next to the rim, next to the wheelbase. I mean, this guy here, and that is sending front wheel vibrations, like how the front suspensions, what the front suspensions are feeling,
oh yeah,
to the base. That this wheel is
it's
also
it's going
counting to.
through the frame, which means you're feeling it in your hand.
Right, and also not
Basically-
only that, the RPMs as the car is as it's revving up, it's also sending that vibration to the base
To
as
that,
well.
to that same one there too.
Mm.
Okay.
But that's one thing. I'm talking about the sensation of the wheel kind of holding its. Like I have to work harder in iRacing to hold the wheel than I need to in Assetto Corsa, if you know what I mean. Like it actually, my wrists and stuff, forearms feel a bit more sore in iRacing than it does in Assetto Corsa, and I can't explain. If I try and increase the Assetto Corsa force feedback, it just feels
tells you it's clipping, and therefore you lose detail.
yeah, and who knows, maybe it is clipping in iRacing, but it just feels, especially driving that F1, I could feel more of the road, of the wheels losing grip and stuff like that. It's I don't know what maybe my setup is wrong in Assetto Corsa, because yeah.
I mean, at the moment, my Assetto Corsa force feedback is based off of the default for So I loaded the Logitech V29 preset.
Yeah.
Then I changed all my controls, but I didn't touch the force feedback section.
Yeah.
Apart from turning down the master volume to make sure it doesn't clip. The only thing I've adjusted on some cars. So if they're faster or like aero, then they'll need to have force feedback to prevent clipping, but not too much because you actually do want to feel the wheel.
Mm.
That's where the biggest
MP4.
struggle with a Logitech wheel is trying to get the balance between wheel weight and therefore realistic feeling versus clipping and therefore losing force feedback.
How do you know? What sort of can we tell when there's clipping in iRacing? Oh no, there is, isn't there? There's another
So in that
telemetry.
in the box with that shows frame rate, and you can add things like ping times as well as how long it's taking the your CPU to render frames and how long it's taking your graphics card to actually display frames. In that box, there's also an option for feedback to be shown as either a number or a bar. So when you load into the server, we can quickly double check this on screen and
MP430. Oh, that's the
That's a-
Fernando Alonso 2015.
That's Fernando's McLaren F1 car. In the real world, an absolute dumpster fire. But since it's the only hybrid F1 car in iRacing, nobody cares. Although having said that, where
Scene desktop.
is that car even raced anymore? There's
Whoa,
not much
that is
point.
bloody close.
Not much point buying a car, unfortunately, if
Yeah, the next time I want to buy a car, I'm not gonna buy it. Bloody hell! I spent like almost $200 on cars and tracks last week.
it's truth. That's just what I'll say.
Yeah, so next time I buy cars will be, well, I want to buy it at least three. Yeah, I bought like
Both
six,
in a
seven.
while, as well as
Yeah.
also
Because the reason I spent so much is because I looked at the other season, the other like M8 series. I bought all the tracks that I don't have in the M8 series, except for one, plus all the tracks that I don't have in the VRS and the other GT series. So now I'm all.
So you checked out the tracks for BMW 12.0 to D class and IMSA in C class
Yeah.
and
no.
okay. Actually, now I want to check.
Yeah. I feel like I've
what's the
got
ov-
all of
what's-
them.
What's the overlap between those three? Okay.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I think I
Troy?
didn't buy one of the tracks in the M8. Hang on. Drive.
Detroit, Silverstone, Brands Hatch, Donington, Zolder, Sebring, Zandvoort are the paid tracks for BMW this season. IMSA,
Do I get? Do
Sebring.
you get that?
Same track.
You have to set my VR boundaries each time I start Oculus. No. VR boundaries. I don't even have that enabled, man. Because there's no point VR boundaries. I just gotta have it turned off. Because I don't play any other VR games.
You're in stationary mode, so it doesn't need
Yeah.
it, does it?
No, I
Before we
don't-
get driving,
Hmm.
want to actually double check or just look around. Have we got that frame rate box on screen somewhere?
No, that's actually. I know where it is. I
It
turned
turned
it
off? Okay, so if you go back to the menu though, I forget it's under options, and then I forget is it under. Where is that box?
It's under options and show.
I forget which like sub menu after you go option. Is it the options sub menu?
Options. Show. Graphics.
They're on screen displays. So what you can do is, if you wanted to, back to the options tab at the bottom.
Yep, I'm there. Yeah, it's show frame rate meter with
Yeah,
driving
and then you can.
controls. Or
So steering. Steering is the one you want for force feedback.
Is it okay? So graphical.
Yep. So graphical puts it as a bar,
Let's check it.
and
There-
if it goes
there it is.
orange, it means it's clipping out.
Alt G.
If
Is it Alt T?
Alt K to
Alt K.
default, grab it.
Alt K. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna move it just here so it's in our face. Whoa, that actually gets bigger. Anyway,
Yeah. Also, it'll overlay on bar. So if you there's any part of like the deck, it's a bit of an immersion breaker. Sometimes the using boxes as a result. But oh, interesting to see your CPU. Actually, interesting. There, watching your So apparently, it's taking your CPU's rendering frames at 22 milliseconds. That's probably what 45 FPS works out to at this stage.
game volume medium.
Yes. Your
See
CPU is
this-
pegged and delivering the frames at 22 milliseconds per frame. Have you like cranked up quality settings to like make it look a little bit nicer?
It's fully cranked up.
Ah. Whereas I try and make sure I'm running at 80 FPS. I sacrifice some settings to make it do it. Then again, my GPU is not breaking a sweat apparently, which is
Your voice,
kind of
yeah.
interesting.
Butcher says your voice is very comforting.
Thank you, Butcher.
Yeah, is that clipping? I can't tell. The F, it's kind of going into
So,
the yellow.
so if it holds in the yellow when you're doing stuff like turning, that's probably just about right. But you, so yeah, through that second turn where it was a long left-hander, probably not so great. Because
You're right
that
there.
means you're losing a bit of detail.
So what is red? I mean, what is clipping? Is it red clipping or yellow?
I think it's meant to be just orange in iRacing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, green is all good, and then because yeah, the instant you start turning, apparently it seems you're just hitting clip, which isn't so good because that means when you're turning, we're going to be losing some detail.
All right, so then we can fix that. Let's have a look. Isn't it? There's force feedback strength.
We may want to double check it because if you go back to the
Auto.
options,
It says
to the
auto.
okay, so yeah, is that wheel strength?
No, I don't. It
Or
just
is
says force feedback strength. Well, if I turn it all the way down. No, well, that feels pretty flop. Like I could easily turn with one finger now. Whereas
I
before,
just realized.
I could not turn it.
Yeah, okay. Actually, where do I run my strength at? Generally, my strength is like around 12, I think it is. On my G2, on my G29.
Okay, this seems nice and much lighter than before.
Because yeah, the idea is obviously we don't want to have it clipping too much, so that when we don't want if you hit a curb or hit some like really big bumps, that's fine. But obviously, 'cause if you're just like gently turning at some speed and clipping, probably gonna lose a little bit of detail. But I suppose it's personal preference to a point. Like if you like the feel of the wheel being heavier,
Yeah.
keep it heavy. Keep it heavier. It's just probably you're going to lose a bit of detail, which will help with things like knowing how the road feels in your hands and if something like a car is starting to slide.
So yeah. So what is that? When do you feel it slide? It's only when you're exiting, and that's usually there isn't any much feedback anyway. Like it's not like you're brake. Like now I'm braking and turning. It's like it just went yellow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I say clipping is good to avoid clipping, but look, it really is also personal preference. Butcher, how would I describe it? It's like a track day car. It's designed for people to either like companies to like buy these things, buy like the half dozen, and then you can like send them out, hire them out for like clients, for the wealthy people who want to drive a car but can't.
It's like a big go-kart.
A bit, yes, because it's got like a racing engine in the back. It's got racing tires. It's a lightweight racing chassis. I think it might be road legal in Britain because they're weird, and they're allowed to have those kind of cars. I think it's like an oversized catering. Yes, that's how I'm going to describe this car. It's an oversized catering with a V8.
A V8.
I think so. Let me double check.
That's crazy. It's not
Radical. SR8. Yes, it is. It's only 2.6 litres in capacity, but it is a V8.
A V8. That's insane.
It also only produces how much power? 380 horsepower apparently. That's what the iRacing fact sheet says. But wait, how much does this thing weigh?
Yeah.
And the car also weighs only 650 kilograms.
Lightweight.
So that's why it accelerates like nuts. Because it's Yeah, super good power to weight ratio.
All right, let's see how the force feedback feels. Right now, it's so strong, like in a
Wow.
straight line. It doesn't want to turn in a hurry. Like it's hard to turn,
Oh,
and I can't get that feeling in Assetto Corsa. Like I can still turn in a straight line, which is weird.
interesting. So this engine, turns out it's actually a pair of well, it's based on a pair of Suzuki GXXR 1300 engines, which belong in motorbikes, I think.
So high revving.
10,500 RPM rev limit in this thing.
Oh, there you go. It sounds like it. Oh, it does not like trail braking. See, that's why. Since doing the other Delara, trail braking in this.
This car doesn't have anywhere near as much aero, so you've got to get all your braking done gradually. You can't stomp them.
Box.
Ooh, I see what you mean. I think you were just...
Yes.
You were turning left still when the wheels are locked. That might have just been brake bias.
Can you adjust
Maybe
the
just
brake
a little bit more
bias
brake
engine in this
A little bit more
car?
bias to the front.
Brake bias engine? Oh shit.
Engine braking. I'm not sure it's a thing that this kind of car would have. I think that's what we're just trying to say.
Oh, front engine. Oh, it's got front brake bias. That's all it's got.
Yep.
That's all it's got. Front brake.
Yeah,
brake
because
bias.
brake bias is the amount of pressure going to the front versus the rear. So at 55%, that's 50. So if you hit the brakes, 55% of the hydraulic fluid, based on your pressure push, goes to the front wheels, and that leaves 45% to go to the back wheels.
Yeah, see, it's clipping all through there.
But if it feels good to you, don't worry about it too much, I suppose. If you like the feeling of that, there are worse things you can do, I suppose.
It's in a month's time.
You have a
hopefully-
wheel,
Yeah.
with a wheel with what, 10 times the strength?
It just makes me
I mean-
wonder what kind of should I turn down the base transducer, because will that nullify some of the feelings that the wheel is giving me?
I don't know. I mean, I guess there's also a lot of questions like, well, will the wood cockpit frame have issues whilst also
Well-
trying to handle? Or, so you've got the profile piece.
Yeah, it comes with the profile piece.
Yeah, that's right. The vibrations from a transducer, if they're attached to... If that transducer is also attached to the wheel deck, which is made out of profile, that's going to vibrate a lot more, I bet.
On an aluminium.
Yeah, because profile is mostly hollow. So it's going to be able to vibrate a lot more. At least that's my understanding. It's a lot... I'm pretty sure profile, being mostly hollow, will be more resonant than wood.
Oh, the back just comes out. Oh no. Oh, it's picking up all the side crap. Roadside.
I just noticed that at the back side of the track, when we got away from all of the stadiums and such, the frame rate went up to 60 FPS plus, and then it dropped back to 45 as we approached the chicane again on the back straight. So do you notice that at all or not?
It's not. It just went to 90. 89.
So yeah, it's...
There, 70, 80, 90.
right here, 90.
Okay, I'm gonna watch exactly when that is. Let's see how much stuff it's having to deal with relative. Is it? Oh, yep. And yeah, boom, we get here. Because yeah, it's like the little hill stand means it doesn't have to render so much stuff off in the distance. And then we come in closer and it has to crank the details up again.
And the lighting.
Yeah, you're shooting HDR, aren't you?
Yeah. Everything is enabled.
You said everything is up.
Even
It makes
the maximum
iRacing
car
look.
doors.
Yeah, it makes.
Look at the sunlight.
I guess the question is to you: do you want it to look pretty, or do you want it to feel a little bit more smooth, or at least a bit more responsive?
I am
to your
so
eyes?
used to the
Looking
shitty frames.
pretty.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah, see, this back just, it doesn't... The way I'm driving, it just flops, it locks. Because I'm used to trail braking.
I think, yeah, it doesn't like you trail braking because you're also trying to turn in.
Okay,
And
okay,
so
maybe if I
I think it just means we need to put... We need more brake pressure, or the brake bias number needs to probably like 57. You don't want to increase it too much. To work it up
57.
gradually.
Alright, Butcher.
So, yeah, 5%. That's a trail braking. Trail braking, Fred, is when you hang on to the brakes. You keep on the brakes whilst doing things like turning. So, an example would probably be down here at the first turn. I'm probably too late for this now.
What the hell? Can't believe the car just...
I'm having a horrendous time trying to explain it. Actually, Pete, get to a corner that's fast. That's a better way I can explain trail braking. But it's where
trail
Pete,
braking.
where
The
Highness,
question is why. The question is why would you trail brake? It's so that
because you want to
the-
brake later.
Oh no! Well, the whole point of braking is that when you brake, the car dips down, the weight goes to the front wheels, and so you've got more touch contact.
The weight's on the front, which means the tires have got more traction.
Yeah, the front tires. So when you turn some larger certain corners, see, he completely. That's how I used to be. I used to avoid braking altogether, and then I had to teach myself. I had to learn trail braking, and it actually works in most cars for me. Like here, like if I tap the brake a tiny bit, and that's where a load cell type brake system really helps with trail braking,
Knowing
because
getting the right pressure.
because I know that I can apply this much brake pressure because I can feel it in the type of when the you know.
You train your foot based on pressure.
Yeah, it's
not
all about
distance.
the pressure.
And your
'Cause-
muscles learn exactly how much is too much. Or you learn exactly how much is the right amount of braking to apply.
Because like in this, because that's how I met Dan. I bought these pedals from Dan, the Fanatec load cell CSL Elite, and it has these rubber grommet type thing. Well, it's not a grommet, but these standoffs, these rubber standoffs, that give you different sensation of pressure. And I know that you have loads. Which ones do you have?
I'm back to stock G29 pedals.
And Smoke and Fred, he has load cell brakes too.
I'm hoping to eventually go back to load cells this year.
Yeah, right.
Hence why I intimated to you at one point, if you do choose to get the SimWorks pedals, I'll happily buy back the CSL Elites because I now have a cockpit, or at least frame, with which I can sturdily mount them to. I was such an idiot to think I could use those pedals on carpet without any kind of mounting solution.
Club Sport V3, what the hell? He's got a more OP setup. So you know, man. You already know. not OP. It's not OP, but it's not a Logitech G25, that's for sure, that I had before. See, over there I could have trail braked a little bit to give the fronts a bit more grip.
And trail braking also helps turn the car a bit because you're slowing the car down still. And yes, by trail braking, you put the weight on the front wheel.
He's got the GT pedals.
They're not load cells, but they're not bad pedals when you're looking at consumer level gear.
Wow, this feels amazing. The bass track body feels amazing. The right amount of vibration in the wheel as well, in the steering wheel. So I've been doing some observation and research on the physics, the mechanics of more the I don't know if this is the right word, the sort of engineering and physics of road vibration. And so what I'm discovering is that there's two types of vibration sensations. There's intrinsic and extrinsic. So there's like sounds, vibrations that come from inside the car, like the gears, the clutch, the flywheel, the actual engine, the vibrations, and those are just some. And then there are other sensations that come from outside of the car, like the road texture that is felt through suspension, right? So what I'm trying to work out is how can I set up the bass transducers. Like for instance, I've got two bass transducers, one attached to the seat, the bottom of my seat, and one to the back of the seat. And the thing is, in a normal car, in a daily driver, if I drive on the if I just rev right now, I'm revving, right?
Yeah.
I can actually feel the revving because the engine in a normal car, in a normal street car, is in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel the engine vibration mostly through the wheel because
steering column goes in that general direction.
And I can also feel the engine vibration through the seat because engine drive shaft.
Yeah.
Is it the chassis, and not so much the drive shaft because it's not really driving.
But
the drive shaft.
No. If you're in neutral, then your drive shaft goes to the rear wheels to disconnect from the.
Right, and so that's when you change gears, you feel it more in the base as well, and a little bit in the back of the seat.
Right. Yeah. And
also in the wheel, in the wheel as well. And if I'm driving over if I drive over this now, see, I'm feeling it in the front transducer, but I'm also feeling it in the rear as well. And so all these feelings is like, it's so bizarre, like, to feel it. Like here, like that feels like, oh my god, it's crazy. It actually vibrates the left speakers, left transducers, which is sitting under the left side of the seat.
Yeah.
And it's really good. Like it's really good. I need to sort of dial down some of the sensations, or dial up. So that's why I had to go and buy the other power supply so that it's properly powering the amplifier, so it gets the most amount.
If you've got a 100 watt amp, you ideally want to be running it with a 100 watt supply.
That's right. And so far it hasn't been.
Or even if the power supply is higher, it can output more power. The amplifier will only draw 100 watts anyways. Well, Fred, you don't have to run a DD wheel at 100%. That will rip your arms off if you crash. But if you're smart, you can run a DD wheel down as low as a CSL Elite. It'll just feel supposedly, I say, feel better. I mean, having said that, I had an experience with the Simicube too, but it was a public event. It wasn't like a chance to really sit down properly. I probably got total like half an hour that day. But I did get repeat turns on it because I was
A winner.
well, not really a winner, I suppose.
Because you're kicking ass.
I wasn't recognized or anything. I did get very lucky and got to experience what it's like to drive in public with Mark Webber on an identical simulator.
Yeah, man. Do you guys know that? Like,
And
so
Aaron Noon.
Dan in voice chat, he actually drove in a sim next to Mark Webber in an event like 3 months ago, a month ago or less.
The week before the Grand Prix in Australia,
Yeah.
which got cancelled.
Is there any?
So in fact, 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Oh.
Not really, Fred. The issue with stands in general, actually just in fact cockpits in general, unless they're made out of aluminium profile, which if you don't know what it is, maybe I can get Highness to bring up an image of a aluminium profile cockpit. Those stands seem to have an issue with
Does he know?
with rigidity and just the way the strength, because literally a direct drive wheel is a motor and the wheel, your wheel rim is attached directly to the motor shaft.
Do you know what a CM Smoking Fred, you know what a like a P1X? You would have seen Barry's videos. He has a P1X, right?
Are you able to pull up your Discord onto the stream?
Yep.
Because then, like, if you scroll back through DMs, I've got the photographs that I sent you
Focus Discord.
of what the profile cockpit looks like. Butcher, no, not Pete's headset, because Pete's headset is a Rift CV1.
I don't know what
So it's
one it is.
only yours is CV1, total resolution 1900 by 1200, I think. My headset, which is a Rift S, is 2560 by 1440 total resolution.
I need to shave. So I'm just scrolling up to see. Yeah, this one here, right? Boom.
Probably. I can't see it yet.
Kendo. Soonish. How you doing, Kendo? Keeping alive?
Yep, that's the one. I just love the timing. I love I say something on stream, and literally as I say it, what I need to see happens. Oh, the delay is incredible. It makes you sound like an absolute idiot.
Yeah, 80-20 set is just solid, man. Very solid setup. Solid, what do you call it? Rigid.
Yeah. Ever since people figured out that 80-20 profile, or technically this is 80-40 profile,
Yeah.
super beefy.
But you can still reinforce this anyway. One thing I don't like about this one is that it's kind of like it's mounted, the angles are really just mounted straight in. You know, like there's no movement, there's no play if I felt like adjusting stuff. But then again, my my rig here is you know, solid pretty much. There's not that much adjustment.
I'm just curious because the way Fred was talking about how he can't fit that cockpit. Just so you know, yeah, I just put the measurements in chat. So the first number is the length of the cockpit, the second one is the width of the cockpit, the third one is the height of the cockpit. Who joined us in the Discord? It's
Who's creeping down in my window?
Good so far.
Guccifer. I probably just butchered
Yeah.
that. Maybe.
Can you
How you
hear
doing,
me?
Christopher?
Yep. Yeah, you're coming through nice and clear in Discord.
Oh, okay. Okay. How are you doing, guys?
I'm alright, man. How you doing?
Pretty much too. Just came back from the outside. Everyone in the masks and stuff.
It's
Chill.
freaky, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda.
Well,
You can
you know
see
what?
people's ugly face now. Just a mask.
Yeah, at least someone was saying, man, at least it's at least we don't have to like imagine. He said, imagine for a moment that this was a nuclear. You know, we can't go outside because of nuclear toxicity.
Oh, it's drama, man. And what's about your iRacing, man?
How
You
you
just
doing?
practicing or?
Nah, I'm just chilling out, just relaxing. I had 2 races. One race did not do too well, which is the bloody Canadian Motorsports. How you doing, Tunami? Tunamai.
Most sport
Good
that
night. Oh, good night.
yeah, that track's been a bit tough.
Motorsport. Put your car in
Motorsport.
sport, man. What about Nürburgring? Is it any serious on
Recenter. Yeah, I'm not actually drive. I'm not actually what's it called? This is just I'm just hanging out. I'm not really doing any racing or practicing. I'm just checking out this particular Monza.
You've gone to Mazda, and the car failed tech at Monza. Wow, what? Can we go find out exactly what have they done to this car setup at failed tech at Monza when you're in a GT car?
See if I can load Spa. Spa's good. Test.
this SDK?
Practice.
Oh, okay, it's gone.
Yeah, stream's a bit behind us in Discord.
Alright, this is game volume medium. Alright.
Butcher.
Yeah, what's going on, Gusifer?
Everything is good, man. Like we have some lockdown, but
Hang on, I
I
can't
mean-
hear your voice, man. It's kind of drowned out by a lot of noises.
That thing.
we're
Right.
see.
Might be my bad. I'm chatting in the background here.
Nice tournament. Sounds like a lot of fun.
I don't know. It should be okay. My microphone is okay. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I think I can hear some keyboard presses going on in the background there, but that's not too problematic.
That could be. That sounds like it's a talk, push to talk button. Oh shit! Ow! How bad is it? See, it's actually nighttime here. It's midnight now, isn't it?
It's gone midnight. Yes, I need to.
Yo, Jeeve. I think
Head off
society
soon.
pretty much ends in nuclear fallout situation. Jeez.
It's crazy. I have 3 p.m.
I've been watching a whole bunch of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and those guys there. It's just kind of in another world. It's a nice little escape.
I have all the YouTube content in the world to get through. I think I've subscribed to too many. I'm almost at the point of where I've subscribed to too many channels. It's hard to keep up with everyone because everyone's making good content, and I'm going like, I want to watch your stuff.
Wait. So the NASCAR race. Which NASCAR race? Last week.
So as in the That is the iRacing Pro Invitational, where because of the cancellation of the iRacing series, the NASCAR Championship in real life, they said, "Yo, NASCAR drivers, come race in iRacing," and everyone liked it.
Damn. That's amazing.
Viet Supercars are doing the same thing starting April 8th. They've got all 26 drivers committed to an E-Series.
That's crazy.
They're going to race Phillip Island and Monza for the first night, so you get a pair of races. And they've committed to at least 10 nights of racing, whilst the season is postponed. There's an IndyCar series starting up, because there's IndyCar on iRacing. You've got the F1 Virtual Grand Prix, although to be honest, that's a bit of a mixed bag because that's not really a serious series. It's just for fun, apparently.
What am I? I'm not doing any more races tonight, DJ of choice.
I think what you're meant to be referring to, Glitchifo, is the fact that Race Room decided as part of the world going to lockdown, it was like 3 or 5 days, they actually made all of the content available to all users. You're quite right, is that usually, and I think it's gone back to normal now, you have to buy cars and tracks one by one or in content packs, like the image you've just shared with us.
Race Room.
Is it Race Room any good? Because I have it sitting in my library for years, and like, I don't know, I have maybe 2 hours. Is it good? I don't even know.
I mean, it was the first sim I've ever played. I have put apparently 240 hours into it over the years. And it was.
So how is it?
It was pretty good. I still drive it from time to time, but I only ever really raced it for hot lapping. Probably, so it's basically all I did, because finding multiplayer was pretty hard. Because like, it's like a set of Corsa and Project Car, in that it's just a multiplayer lobby and that's it. Well, it's a server browser, and there is now ranked racing apparently. I've also heard word that the ranked racing is pretty hard to get yourself into a server with enough people.
Oh, that would be so sick, man. Racing in a holodeck.
Oh, we'll get there, won't we?
That'll be insane. Because it actually generates matter. Like it's not just holographic. It's not just light. Isn't it? It's not light.
Okay,
the holodeck is not light. It's actually physical matter that's actually generated.
So that sounds like hard light. If like, what am I thinking? Am I thinking of Halo or Star Wars? Am I thinking Halo lore point where they talk about? I think Halo lore. It's Halo lore where hard light is one of the things that is a hyper advanced species learns, is how to make solid objects out of light.
Guys, I got a call. I need to go. Sorry. So I see you maybe next time. You have a good night and stuff.
Oh, sorry you have to get going, but yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Dropping by, Christopher.
Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime.
Keep your nose
clean. Alright,
clean.
guys. Good luck. Stay safe. Blah, blah,
Same.
blah. No?
Thank you. You too.
Alright.
Oh man, Kendo goes to renew his bloody iRacing.
I know. I've got. You can see that in the chat window, and I'm like, oh. I think Kendo, you've got maybe 4 hours to wait before that maintenance ends. So hopefully 4 hours out of your subscription isn't too much of a loss.
Thanks, Booja.
Yes, he dropped a link, I think, to that GT4 pack that he was talking about.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I saw that.
apparently would really like you to try out Race Room, which I think is not, like, because the good thing with Race Room is because there is a bit of content for free. You can literally try out some stuff. You can also try out any car on one particular track before you buy.
Any car.
Yeah, every car that's available. You can try out on one of the tracks before you buy.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty handy. Unfortunately, you can't test drive the tracks with a certain car.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Kendo, I never played Race Room for multiplayer. I was actually a leaderboard hunter. In fact, I think you can find my name at the top, at or close to the top of several leaderboards for Bathurst.
I should try the
I'm Australian. I'm obsessed with Bathurst wherever I can find it.
Lotus 79. Is there a Lotus 79?
You know, iRacing, yes.
I don't think I have that.
Probably not. Oh yeah, pretty much. If I go look at my statistics, Kendo, it's a bit disturbing how many laps I've pumped into Bathurst only.
Yeah, I was telling Dan before that this week I bought many tracks and cars.
And now is the worst time to be buying iRacing content because it's all in US dollars. Then
I
there's
know,
tax.
yeah, exactly. That's
And
the
then
other thing.
and then it gets converted to Australian dollars.
And there's tax. But I got the tax back from the discount because I bought like more than many content. Whatever it was. Oh shit! I knew it. I knew I was gonna clip the bloody.
Oh yep. Oopsies.
Ouch. See you later, suspension. I am getting better at starting the car. Without, with no clutch help. Auto clutch.
I mean, the funny thing is I'm pretty sure stop saying to the oopsies.
Man, now there's three people I know who are tested positive. Two people I know who are tested positive. One person is actually, I take that back. One person I know who's positive, and two people who know that they feel like they've got it. But one of those people are waiting for the results, which takes 5 days. 5 days for the result, and the other person can't get tested because they just don't have any
fit enough with the symptoms profile or the age profile.
No, yeah, they're not sick enough, which is nuts. But that's the guy who's in America.
Right. Apparently someone I laughed vaguely was at an outdoor party with just over 2 weeks ago. Apparently came down feeling unwell a day or two ago, so got tested. But I didn't have any direct contact with them. So, having my health, and also I've basically been at it the entire time. So it's not like I do believe I've not been I mean, I have been out to do some shopping for my family. A little bit. But for the most part, I've been in... I'm not too much. I've not felt unwell either. I think I did what I needed to do.
Yeah. It's frustrating. I get a bit annoyed at hearing that bloody ship that docked and then spread it.
It just monumentally dumb. Decision making, just to let a ship of.
It seems so dodgy. Like, why would they do that? Why would they let a ship full of people infected leave the ship and go home? And so now those people that have left have gone back to their home towns and stuff, country towns, and infected people there. Pretty bad. My dad used to say, you know, why doesn't it, this is like years when I was young, he used to say, why doesn't Australia learn from other countries' mistakes and experiences?
I almost feel like, as drastic as the concept is, why didn't we just close the borders entirely once we heard that things were getting bad in China, and then gone back, got officials to then check in on anyone who travelled to China past like 2-3 weeks. Like we're an island and we failed to take advantage of that capacity.
Well, New Zealand's doing a good job of it.
Yeah, like what I hear is that they've done it at the right time, that they can actually do it for like 2-3 weeks, and it's actually going to make a meaningful impact. If they waited longer, then they would have had a problem on their hands because there would have been too many infections in the community. So actually, workarounds.
Yeah, GV, you're right about the trail braking. I'm actually not racing on this track. I'm just doing just hanging out, and just doing some fun laps around while we chat, or you know, just fill up the space. I could be practicing, but I don't want to practice. See, what I'm saying is, right now, my force feedback just feels amazing. Like, it's not clipping either.
Yeah, so because you're on the straightaway, that means, and also looking at the signals it was sending to you.
Oh shit.
It's barely sending anything to your wheel when you're going, you know, like a dead straight line. So that means all the force feedback you're getting is actually your shaker.
Yeah. This is the F40, the
GTE?
GTE, yeah.
Where the Mercs, there's no such thing as a Mercedes GTE.
It's either this or the M8. I just wanted to. I've already driven the M8 for the last couple of days. I just wanted to feel this.
Just you need to know now.
I totally meant to do that, not. Oh shit.
Okay, of my, how many laps was that? Oh dear, that's actually. Oh, dear me. Well, if Kendo's still in the chat and he knows a little bit about Race Room, actually Budget too apparently since he's done Race Room. I think I first played Race Room 7 years ago. In that time, I've completed 1,711 laps. I've also completed, well, actually not completed, I have tried to drive another 1,500 laps, but they were all invalidated for one reason or another.
Tomorrow I've got to move my... I've got to do some soldering.
Oh, fun. And then of that 3,200 laps, I've driven 400, actually no, sorry, of the 1,700 laps I've driven in total, 414 of them are at Bathurst. And of the 1,500 invalid laps, I've driven nearly 400 invalid laps at Bathurst.
Whoa!
That track is brutal, man. You hit a wall so many times. Oh dear, I've spent 6 minutes off track apparently. But I have I've spent over 1 day of driving at that circuit in game. Okay, now. Are you on leaderboard record stop.
See, in a semi cube, right, for example, or a DD, just a DD wheel. It's just a DD wheel. If you would you be able to do this? Like, not that. Like, just go in a straight line and just
Yank the wheel.
yeah.
Yeah.
It won't
you'd
let
be
you,
able
would
to.
it?
No, you would. It would also just try and return to center pretty easily. They're quite self-centering.
Yeah, but in
Apparently.
real life, it's not trying to simulate real life pressure.
Like if you've got an aero car, that's going to be a bit harder because it's actually like aero force on the front wheels. But given
See,
most
what's-
people don't drive a DD wheel at strength, like full strength, most people I think generally run them at like up to 10 newton meters, which
See, watch this. If in this, I'm gonna turn the wheel and then let go.
yes,
okay?
Butcher. Bathurst is part of the Intercontinental GT DLC
Look at that.
pack for ACC.
See, it just does such a good job in. Whoa. Okay.
Just, yeah, this into the wall for science, and then
But
into the wall actually
it
for
feels
science.
so good though. Like the actual. I was telling Jeeve was someone who actually got me to set up my force feedback properly in Assetto Corsa. So I think
Have we
something's happened since the last time I
Yeah, that-
installed it.
But maybe it is just it's the base shaker because like you seem very impressed by what you're feeling through your wheel. Are you running one of the pucks or like the big Dayton
I've got
shaker?
two. I've got the big one that's on the wheelbase.
Okay, so you've got a 50-watt shaker.
55%.
That's going to be delivering a lot of force or a lot of vibrations into your wheel deck. And if that's properly tuned as well, I'm not surprised that so I think yeah,
Can't be-
I don't know what Budge is talking about in terms of because
Alright.
like if we go back to because I'm pretty sure if we go back to the menu, like, actually
Nah.
stop the car and because you also got bent steering, maybe it's a good chance to
That's too much.
better yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that's not a 0 to 100 scale. So if we stop the car, head back to pits, and I'll show you what I think I mean under the driving
Yes.
menu. Since you've got bent steering, I just think it's a good
Box.
chance to do it as well.
Now it's like doing this weird.
So that's the gears, the gear mechanism exacerbating and making itself known.
You know, why isn't my thing working? Sometimes it does this, and I'm like, I don't want to know. Box. Box of the day? What the hell does that even mean? Box. Box. Yes. T300. Okay, I'm here.
So Budger, is that in your T300 settings? Because if we go to options
Hmm.
here in iRacing, because if we see here that there are two options under the drive tab.
Options drive. Yep.
For force feedback. There's
See,
the actual
auto.
strength.
You
to-
can actually set auto.
yeah.
Wait, what happened to auto?
So I think it just sets it to a. Well, actually, I have no idea what auto mode
Oh.
does.
If I said reset, then auto. I've enabled auto. Wait, what does that do? Auto.
I'm gonna go do a quick Google.
Graphic adjustments. It's gone now, that auto. I was talking AC. Now see, now this feels like it's like nothing. What the hell? There's no force feedback. It's turned off. Okay, that's
Cheers.
ridiculous.
Yeah, hang on, did you uncheck the use force feedback box?
I must have. That's dumb. Enable force feedback.
If you uncheck that box, it won't do anything. Yes, you uncheck the box that enables force feedback. It's gonna be. It's not gonna do much for you. Because yeah, iRacing's got those it's got that because it's got two bars. It's got the option there in the black box called for FFB strength. But it's also got the option if you go back to settings or something to tell iRacing how much torque your wheel can output.
Yes.
Mind you, I don't know exactly how to set that up for a G29 and how to use it best. I think I hit reset.
See, this feels too soft, but let's see if it'll clip. It does not clip at all now. Definitely not. It's not clipping, but it's super light. Like it's not. I don't think I can turn it with one finger, but yeah, maybe I can.
Wait, Budja, is your iRacing sub through Steam?
Actually, someone else had an issue. Penguin, Stoic Penguin had a massive issue not being able to renew his iRacing subscription, and every time he tried to do it through their website, it said to do it that you're registered via Steam.
I mean, personally, my iRacing account, I did my iRacing account before they tied it to Steam or even offered on Steam.
That's what I did too.
But then I have since linked my iRacing account with Steam so that time I spend in iRacing gets logged with Steam as well.
And Jeeve, I actually have done the Assetto Corsa native Assetto Corsa troubleshoot the configure control wizard. Joe. It's pretty forgiving that corner in iRacing.
Ooh. Here's a quote from an iRacing staff member about what you want to see on your force marker.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to actually compress the. Okay, I'll give you the summary, the final statement, because apparently it's too much.
Am I dropping frames? I don't feel like I'm dropping frames. It says there 44 frames per second. It hasn't gone under that, amazingly enough. Hey, Zero LVA. Thanks for the follow. Yeah.
Yeah, the stream's starting to freeze. as if your internet connections are playing up again.
My internet's connection. Oh crap.
Maybe. But my
Yeah, it's in
stream
the
is...
red.
Mind you, I am... Oh, yeah, okay, that'll probably do it. Interesting. So, according to Twitch, you're outputting at 1080p resolution and 48 frames per second. Twitch be weird. So I dropped that quote line, apparently from an iRacing staff member about what you want your
It doesn't go red. Yes.
No, apparently it only goes red. So it can go red, Jeeve, yes, but apparently that's only for if you're using linear mode in iRacing, which you should only be using with direct drive wheelbases. Where is it?
Play sad. Stop sounds. No more iRacing.
Oh yeah,
Good old
stream delay
crickets.
for me is now bad.
No more iRacing, folks. It's the end of iRacing. They're trying to probably fix something.
Or just typical maintenance.
Orange is significant because when you are using the default non-linear mode, then about 85% is when we really start compressing the signal, so you can squeeze more in.
So more FFB information / detail.
These are like, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna muck around with force feedback. Actually, in fact, I might turn it back to what it was, which was about 20%, 20, whatever that number means.
FFB
20.
strength at 20.
Yeah, I'll leave
Again,
it to
yeah,
that.
you do you. Probably a good idea.
Oh, so he update on the chat with HRS, which is
Yes.
so in the last time I mentioned, what happened was I contacted HRS twice on 2 different days, once on 2 different days, just to get an update on stuff. On the delivery of the Simicube, and I had no calls back, so I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And turns out that the owner / CEO, his mum passed away last week, so he was away trying to organize all that stuff. So yeah, he said he's back in full swing this week, and trying to get back to calls and stuff. And so far, he thinks that the ETA is still firm. It's still middle of next month, middle of April, which is only 2 weeks away. Oh my god! I'm not going to get excited. I'm not going to get excited because it could be, who knows? It could be 6 weeks away. It could be 6 months away. So I'm
I actually just realized something. Because I'm also reading some stuff, apparently some Reddit thread about that auto force feedback function in iRacing.
Yeah, what is the deal with that?
So what it does is, if you can drive 2 clean laps, it'll actually set the force feedback per car so that it doesn't clip.
Oh.
And then
Now
you then have to also make sure you then check the use custom controls for this car box after you finish driving to save it. There's also an important point from a Reddit user, which is where I found the link to the person talking about clipping and what the red and orange means. But what this Reddit user says is just to remember that you need to make sure you have some minimum force set in iRacing, especially on a wheel like a G25, because it can't transmit all the micro forces. Because it's not able to be that precise. So you have to tell it that below 10% signal, tell iRacing below a 10% signal that force to 10%, so that the wheel can actually like that force. I should just send you link to the Reddit thread explain stuff.
Read it.
There you go. It's in Twitch chat.
Thank you.
And it links to the one where someone talks about how to do stuff. And also,
Well, I'm actually downloading the bloody thing right now, but it's slowing the internet.
yeah, your Discord just broke up really badly.
It's actually killed the... Yeah.
End the stream. End the stream.
Alright, alright.
Yeah,
What am I
Discord's
doing?
gotten so bad it can't even
Yeah, I'm downloading something. I'm gonna close this download if that even works. Yeah.
I'm just gonna
okay.
drop one more link in chat from someone about how to automatically set and save your force feedback correctly per car. So the important thing is apparently to be careful that because with G25s and the G29 like me, because they can't deliver like super fine force feedback, you have to tell iRacing to amplify amplify the small forces to a certain amount. So the wheel actually can pick it up. Oh, you were hosting and now you're no longer hosting.
What the?
And in fact, we've gone back to the end of your credits.
Oh, hello. What the hell? That's trippy. If I'm back...
Because, okay, the raid is set to go. It's just going to take like another minute or two before the raid kicks off.
So am I still streaming?
Yes, you are.
Oh, hello everybody. I'm still streaming. I will say good
But the
night
weird, because the weird thing, right, is it actually started the host.
Yeah.
It then ended the host. And it is now slowly ticking its way towards a raid.
All right, cool. Well, I'll say goodbye to everybody in chat, and I'll see you tomorrow after I get some sleep and other stuff like that I'll talk about tomorrow. Thanks to Dan for the amazing spotting to give me a fifth place finish, which is amazing. Thanks, Dan. And all
You're the one who drove the car, but you're welcome.
Yep, and yeah, so this countdown's going on. I'm gonna rate it over to Honda Rebel. Boy. 3, 2, 1. Actually, I need to go to his bloody manually.
There we go.
Thing because it doesn't. See.
Stream has rated.
It has rated, but it's still sticking on my channel. Oh, and there's an ad. Stop streaming. Stop streaming. Stop streaming.